And oops.
No.
There should be
Yo
that.
yo yo.
You're laughing at me for.
Yeah. What?
All right.
All right. All right. All right.
All right. I don't know how this is gonna go. Short stream tonight. I'm a tired young man, but we are back with
Same.
more Death Stranding. Apologies. I probably edited it so that it's not as like glaringly obvious, but for some reason there was some issues with the end of the last stream. Aside from the difficulties and Sleeping Beauty over here, I noticed that like the stream started lagging severely, and then a lot of the luckily it was only the last few minutes, so really just one cutscene toward the end of the stream kind of got like corrupted. So the audio is fine, like you can hear us just fine, but the actual like gameplay was a little bit affected. I don't know what happened.
It just sucks hearing that. Jeez,
No,
sorry for being.
It makes me think of the fucking I think you should leave, which is the just the anyway. So I did update the graphics driver on my PC. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. I restarted the computer. I turned it off, let it rest for a while. So I don't know if any of that had anything to do with it. It seems to be okay now, and I'm pretty sure it all sounds and looks good.
Hopefully it stays that way.
And like I said, the rest of the recording, it was like almost a 6-hour session. Everything but a few minutes of it was fine. So anyway, we were grinding away in Mountain Knot City.
Mm-hmm.
And by the end of it, the big thing was we had we basically were technically on the Dead Man chapter right now. He was working on Lou, so for a while we were babyless, we were Lou-less.
Did not like that.
And then as a Supercell approached and we were trying to meet up with Dead Man, Supercell yeeted both of us to another warfield, different than the first one, but Clifford Unger was still there. Dead Man was there, could attest to it. Also confessed that he himself is Frankenstein's monster, and it's just basically he's a genetically grown, it's basically a test tube baby.
No
who's
soul.
Yeah, no soul. Well, so he says, comprised 70% of just cadavers, organs, and tissue and all that. But that's him. But he has an affinity for us. Lou likes him now too. We have our BB again, and I believe I don't know if we picked up the order or not.
He has no beach. Yeah.
I have not picked up the order. There's still some like leftover orders that I could wrap up real quick. Something about I never did see the photographer. It looks like.
I thought you did.
Well, I did at one point, but then I picked up another order for them. So.
Oh.
One thing that I do want to do before I don't think I'm carrying anything right now. This is a good time to do it. There's an order that a bot took to Lake Knot City that I never actually finished up. It was that sticky gun thing from like many orders ago. So I would just like to like knock that off before I forget about it. So Fragile should be able to get us there. Where's your headspace? I know you're pretty tired, but do you remember what we've been going through? Or you?
A lot.
Okay.
A lot of zip lining. And then not having her baby, which sucked. I need more babies. Oh. And then the battlefield, which was intense. I feel like our baby likes Dead Man more than us now.
Oh.
Which is sad. I'm your dad.
Biased BB. Hate to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Now the question is, did he put it? I think he put it in the private locker, if I had to guess. Oh, also got the memory chip.
Plug it in, plug it in.
Oh, this will be right at home in my collection.
Oh?
Another fine addition to my collection. General Dead Man. Alright.
Thank you for your comment.
Call him the collecting man.
Yeah, there we go.
Whoa!
Perfect. Now, I think some of this is a little bit damaged, but I'm sure it won't be an S-tier delivery here. But I finally finished it. That's what matters.
It's done.
Good work, Sam. The weapons you've recovered are something the techs have been calling sticky guns. Anyway, none of this is on you. We should have kept a closer eye on them in the first place.
For once, he doesn't blame something on me.
Ow.
Looks like you got a fair number of them back. Good. This could have been a lot worse.
I'll take an A, but now we have sticky guns.
Sticky?
And we are now a skilled courier. You will now receive more likes. Very nice.
Good work.
Well, finally knocked it off the list there at least.
Oh.
Kerthunk. Alright, back up to the mountains.
Teleporting, teleporting, teleporting.
Now the question is, because the Mountain Knot City's there, photographers over, yeah, I'll go to Mountain Knot City. Because I do have an open order for the photographer, which makes me kind of want to, like, jump there. But, let me see where the HEARTMAN order is, or how I'm going to get there, too. And also, reading, which I was saving because I know you would have fallen fast asleep.
Oh, he's reading to me. Oh, nice.
The Mountaineer. Me and the wife are good, but need a little something. My wife is doing great now, and it's all thanks to you. You couldn't have demonstrated more clearly the type of support the UCA has to offer. I don't know much about the Chiral Network, but I know we're a part of it now, and that things are better that way. Oh, I have a friend nearby I'd like you to deliver something to. Could you drop by when you have the time?
I guess.
Photographer. Oh, Dad would be proud. I was right about the camera. I'm told the pictures I took were incredible. You see, the paintings of whales and dolphins I discovered in those caves might have been painted by Neanderthals. I don't really understand the significance of it all, but it's definitely what my father was looking for. I don't think I've ever been so happy in my entire life, and it's all because of you.
Aww.
Dad would be happy too, I'm sure of it. Thank you so much. I know I nearly gave my mom a heart attack, but this proves it was worth it in the end, right? I made a difference for once, and I can do it again. There may be other secrets of the Death Stranding hidden nearby. I'll be more careful this time, but I have to get back out there and find them. I'll be in touch when I do.
Please don't lose that camera.
Doc says connections keep us alive. The Mountaineer, watch out for the whiteout. Yeah, that came like a little bit too late. Like literally, I got the email after as we were in the whiteout, like crazy.
Thanks.
We had a boy, and do you have power gloves?
Aw.
Oh, they had a little baby boy. I have tried power gloves. Dead man stuff. Sorry to bother you, Sam. I know you must be busy. I wonder if you can go and fetch a few things of Dead Man's. You remember the cabin you arranged to meet at, right? Well, the cabin itself got blown away by the supercell.
Oh, yeah.
But Dead Man's winter coat and boots should be somewhere nearby. Could you pick them up and bring them to Mountain Knot City? It's standard issue Bridges kit, but in a custom-made size. Tempting. Maybe later. New interviews? What do we get? Cave paintings and stencils.
Oh!
That interesting, huh?
Well, I mean, we just had an email about it.
HEARTMAN 1 year ago. Cave paintings provide an invaluable window into the lives of our ancestors. How they lived, what they experienced. Some have been preserved here on our continent, although most have sadly been lost in void-outs. The oldest cave paintings of all are believed to date back 64,800 years or more.
Ooh.
But all of these are, or perhaps were, in Europe. What's become of them, I wonder? Have they too been obliterated in annihilation events? If not, are the caves containing them now infested with BTs? Does Europe still exist even? One cannot help but worry that these vital records have been forever lost to us, but I digress. These first paintings were likely made by the Neanderthals. They were crude depictions of creatures such as deer, bison, and horses, interspersed with stenciled outlines of large hands. Some assert these are the signatures of primeval painters, but could they not also be depictions of BT handprints? Could our ancient relatives have been trying to tell us something? Or issue a warning? Or is that perhaps one flight of fancy too far? Bit of a reach, HEARTMAN, but appreciate the theoretics over here. The theoreticals. Prepper interview the photographer. It wasn't that long ago that we moved to this shelter, the three of us. Before that, we used to live in the city, until my husband up and said we had to leave. He was so insistent, and I didn't have any choice but to go along with it.
Oh.
I couldn't take care of our daughter by myself. He said he was sick of city life, and I can't say I don't understand at all. I mean, timefall may not have been an issue, or BTs, but I can see how a safe and comfortable life might become suffocating. My daughter might be happy and healthy, but we're the exception. Hardly anyone's ever even having children these days. You don't need a crystal ball to see where the world's headed. My husband says we're bound for extinction. Says nobody's doing anything about it. People'd rather stick their heads in the sand and try to wait out the storm. If we don't figure out the Death Stranding and fix this world of ours, that's all she wrote. My husband says that a lot. That maybe he's just a guy with a camera, but at least he's doing something, and so on. He's out again somewhere, investigating something. Recently, he started taking our daughter with him, teaching her to take photos of rocks and murals and the like. I'm glad they're spending time together. I know it's good for her education, but I still hate it when they go out and leave me here to wait and pray that they come home safe and sound.
Mm.
And then the spiritualist that we just met. No one has been able to explain the Death Stranding, and I doubt that anyone ever will. Certainly not with science. Science is only suitable for observation, measurement, objectivity. You can observe and measure as much as you like, but it will bring you no closer to an understanding. Sometimes you need to expand your mind and open your heart. Seek the souls of the dead. Listen for the waves on the beach. In antiquity, there were no barriers between the realms. People moved freely between the earth, outer space, and the world of the dead. What are myths and legends if not records of these journeys? My research has only confirmed this. The pyramids of Egypt and Mesoamerica, the Nazcan lines, Stonehenge, all gateways built by humans in order to access the beach. Surely you can see that the wisdom of the ancients has never been more relevant. The people of Bridges would do well to remember that. Yeah, it says, oh. And then after the last bit and then the last encounter with Clifford Unger, we got a whole drop of these. Because they were talking about the experiments going on in New York and how there was the void out that happened that, like, killed the then president and then, like, destroyed Manhattan.
Mm.
Recorder unknown, unknown everything. Report from the void out in Manhattan. Who the hell? Those are the doctor's final words. At the time, no one knew to whom he was referring, and to be fair, there were more pressing issues at hand. The doctor in question was a surgeon specializing in cesarean sections. The procedure he was undertaking at the time, however, was slightly unusual, in that he was operating on a mother who had been declared brain dead 7 months into her pregnancy.
Ooh.
She had been placed on life support, but since her blood pressure was decreasing and the fetus was showing signs of bradycardia, the decision was made to
What the
operate.
heck is that?
I'm not sure what the fetus was showing signs of bradycardia. Bradycardia is a heart rate that is slower than normal, generally defined at less than 60 beats per
Oh
minute.
no.
So heart issues with the fetus.
Oof.
Um,
This would make sense with the blood pressure.
yeah. Because the procedure was broadcast to medical researchers on a closed circuit network, we are fortunate to have a record of what took place. Per the footage, the incision was made without incident. The plan was apparently to remove the fetus from the womb and immediately place it in an ICU, where it would receive the necessary care. Prior to this, the surgeon would of course have to cut the umbilical cord. This is the moment that changed everything. The moment the surgeon's hand touched the cord. In that instant, he uttered his infamous last words. Who the hell? That's okay. Yeah, I think it's fine.
That's weird.
Report number 2. Following a number of tests and experiments, the conclusion was reached that this incident was an annihilation event brought about by the doctor's contact with whatever or whomever he had seen upon touching the umbilical cord, though it eventually became apparent that the doctor had been referring to BTs. At the time, no one could explain the underlying cause of the incident. Some later theorized that if the same conditions, brain-dead mother, fetus, umbilical cord, could be recreated, then BTs could be detected, and the mystery of the Death Stranding would be solved. Indeed, this was the theoretical basis upon which the government's own experiments and investigations would be conducted. They called the fetuses they used bridge babies, and the experiments became known as the BB experiments.
Baby.
Soon after the government's program got underway, the tragedy of Manhattan occurred. And last report we have. The BB experiments were conducted at a Manhattan-based government facility, in such extreme secrecy that little is known about them to this day. One thing that we do know that for certain, however, is that the experiments ended in tragic failure, and were directly responsible for the total annihilation of the island of Manhattan, as well as the death of the president, who had been observing operations firsthand. He was succeeded by then Vice President Bridget Strand, who shortly after her inauguration put an end to all further BB experiments and had all data destroyed. With her strong and steadfast leadership in the wake of the void out, she made great strides in quelling the chaos and unrest that had spread throughout the nation. She vowed to rebuild America, and devoted herself wholeheartedly to this end. In response, separatists who opposed Reconstruction emerged and steadily grew more aggressive in their activities. One faction even managed to acquire documents relating to the BB experiments, and some speculate that the data was used to restart them in secret. At that time, however, no BB units are known to have been successfully created, and BBs in general remain a taboo subject in government circles.
Hmm.
And the last memory ship we got was another figure. So we had the first one,
Yeah.
the Ludens. Now this is another one,
Ooh.
the Sentinel. Ludens is the symbol and mascot of Kojima Productions. This 1/6 scale model was created by world-renowned Japanese figurine maker Sentinel Miniatures. The extra vehicular creative activity suit he wears has been recreated in exquisite detail, enabling him to boldly go where no man has gone before in order to spread the gospel of play.
So cool.
Pretty alright. Pretty neat.
Pretty neat. Just pretty neat.
Just pretty neat. Alright, I reckon it's time to abscond.
Taking care of business. Got baby back.
Oh, I'll take it. Unger.
Or have we seen this one?
I mean, there's plenty that are similar.
About the matter.
Oh, yeah, we have seen this one where he's covered in the rain. And he drips on us a little bit. Yeah, we've seen that one. So far, only like 2 or 3 have repeated themselves.
Yeah.
These Cairo boots are starting to get to the end of their lifespan.
Oh no. Not the boots.
Oh?
Sam, the west side of that region is covered by a massive tar belt.
Whoa.
Beyond it is Edgenut City, the last bastion of civilization you'll find that far out. It's your final destination.
No thank you.
Once you use the Cupid to connect it, the Cairo network will span the entire continent. The rebirth of America is so close. And remember, that's where Amelie is being held captive. We need you to bring her home safely. But before you cross the tar belt, there's one more knot we need you to tie.
What's that?
Hartman will help you get it done.
Cool.
Sam, I'd like for you to bring me a few things. First, the dog tags you took from that soldier. Tuck them away in a pocket so you don't misplace them. Second, Mama's corpse. Her body shows no signs of necrosis, and I, for one, would like very much to know the reason why. Closer study may yield information that could prove instrumental in helping us to overcome the death stranding. Suffice it to say, 1 minute remaining. I don't have much time.
What?
See to your preparations. I'll be waiting.
What?
You'll find an official order on the terminal.
What are you doing? You launching a rocket?
What? It's a hell of a leap. Oh. Huh? Private locker. Is there an order in here? Old photographs.
Oh god.
Oh, I guess I do have those. Oh, I had them before I... That's what it was. I had them before I got back here. Might as well have some armor on me, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Power gloves. Oh, all the shit that I lost in the storm. That's what happened. EX grenade, assault rifle level 2, all-terrain skeleton. I'm gonna be in the mountains, so I guess all-terrain. Although, isn't there level 2 all-terrain skeleton?
I think you just...
3, 4. Yeah, I can get a level 3. Oh, high capacity blood bag. I'll put one of those in the utility pouch instead. Alright, so let me deliver, I guess, this package. There we go. Maybe that was all I needed to deliver, maybe.
Hey, Sam. Look,
Oh.
I'm sorry to impose on you once again, but we wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. Wow, you...
Okay, there we go.
Bomb!
We're going to get through this because of you.
Just me, no one else.
Good work. New.
Okay, so HEARTMAN, I assume the order's in here. Yeah, Mama's corpse.
What?
Enter under clothes. those. Rescue the port of the mountains. Let's just worry about Hartman for now.
Do I have to carry another dead body?
He just told us. He said Mama's corpse.
Yeah, I know.
Mama. And then he said, yeah, because her body's not showing signs of necrosis. I think it's because she already technically died.
And have been dead.
Yeah, like, what was it? Her ha was missing, but her ka was still here, something like that. I assume that's part of it, but yeah, he was like, I like to study her body. Hartman intends to examine Mama's corpse in the hope it may lead to a greater understanding of the Death Stranding. So, yeah. Let's see. In the mountains, I guess I could take a assault rifle. Level 3.
For the BTs.
Just in case. And I think I have some grenades in my inventory already. I'll try to bike up over the way. Unless there's already something in the garage. And then I'll make a spare pair of level 3 boots, but I hope I have some boots in my private locker. And then all-terrain just have level 1, so I'll grab that one from private storage. Yeah, there's a reverse trike, technically. I can make that work. Still with her little star. Bring her out, Lochna. Damn.
All right, Sam. Take care of her.
Well, it's okay, because they're all one person.
And
now.
don't worry, she won't go necro. Millingen's special.
Yeah, why?
Because you guys are together as one?
Funny if these Ha of ours ended up being the key to saving us all.
How?
Damn.
How'd he do that?
Dude has more, like, core strength than anybody I know. Okay. Do I have anything in my private locker that I'll use? I believe so. I'll grab a couple of the hermetic grenades. Hermetic. A couple stun bombs, just in case. Wouldn't hurt to always have a PCC on hand.
Mm-hmm.
Even a damaged one like that. Thought I would have more boots. Oh, I have the all-terrain. I'll equip that for the snow.
Yeah.
A little bit rusty, but they'll do. And then, fabrication-wise... kind of learned my lesson. I might grab a ladder and a chiral anchor. Just, well, I mean, I have the bike, but still wouldn't hurt. Container repair spray. I don't really need that right now. And then, I guess the chiral boots that I have are in a different private locker. That's the one complaint I have, is that I wish the private lockers carried over from facility to facility, but it appears each one is unique to the facility in general. But if it's all stuff that you can, I mean, I guess it can't be replicated. So I got other pairs of chiral boots out there somewhere, but
That stinks.
I'll just make another pair and wear them. Then I should be all good otherwise. Which means the current boots that I had on should be offloaded. Yes. Okay, we're good.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'll use. Alright, we're gonna go meet Hotman.
Hotman.
Any thoughts or feelings?
Well, I don't know.
Huh?
I don't have any
Okay, what?
really right now.
Not a thought behind those eyes.
No.
Huh?
Don't laugh at me, baby.
Heartman should be... Well, he should be on the... That crazy? Right over there. So...
Can we take the road most of the way?
Probably not.
Oh, dang.
It's so weird he's not
Wait, is it
showing
up
up
there?
on the...
Oh.
He should be... From where I'm facing, he should be just a little bit to the left.
That is...
Oh, is he up higher than I thought? Oh, there he is. Okay, that's
Is that-
why. Okay,
Wow,
Hartman's
that's
lab.
exactly... That was what I was pointing at.
I didn't say you were wrong.
Weapons restriction.
What do you mean you were point? When did you
I was looking
point?
at that. Where's that? Up there.
Okay, yeah, vaguely point in the direction. All right.
More in a bag. Oh.
A little bit of motorcycle mountaineering.
Mm-hmm.
But it works surprisingly. I mean, it works. I am very curious to see if I can just use the same mobility hacks from the first game in the second game or not. Or if they'll just give me even more. I'm
Oh,
really curious to see how much it feels like the first game.
What were your hacks?
Because the idea of a good sequel is to, like, respect the roots but build upon it. So
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll still feel like the first game in a lot of ways.
Oh.
There we go. Well, cruising.
Surprised they didn't make like a mountain bike or something.
Yeah, you would think. All-terrain. With all the environments, I'm just surprised there aren't, like, literal all-terrain vehicles.
Oh.
I like that someone just abandoned a bike up here. Must have been BTs in the way or something.
Oh, like that snow out or white out?
Maybe. I feel like
Because
it
you
would still
cannot
let
drive
you...
in that, so ooh.
I feel like it would still let you drive in it. Oh, we're here.
Ooh. That wasn't that far. Oh.
It's gonna be a very
Mama.
short song.
Yeah, it is. It's like drive slow.
Stands a shadow of a man shaped just like me.
Little heart-shaped lake next to Hartman's place.
Hmm. I
I'm
bet he's
gonna-
like, I want that location. Why? Because the Heart Lake, Heart Man.
I mean, it's funny. I figure a lot of these places are meant to be experienced, like, in time, gradually on foot, and these moments are supposed to, like, then hit you when you approach, but they give you access to vehicles, and you can technically make the vehicles work, so I feel like it's almost like a unintentional, like, gameplay slight flaw, maybe. But, anyway.
Ouija's. Ooh, that looks so cozy. Let's get in there. Oh, looks like a restaurant. What?
Well, like a restaurant.
It does, does it not? It's like, all right, your reservation.
Delivery complete. Displaying performance evaluation.
Uh-oh.
Yes. I'll take it.
Request to join UCA. Registered. Awaiting Cupid connection.
Oh, there we go.
Here you go.
Get them online.
Hmm.
Nice. Thermal pad.
Please proceed into the facility with the cadaver.
So be it.
Good work.
Oh, keep on keeping on. Give you some likes. What's the warning, huh? Alright, trying to farm likes
Please
now?
proceed into the facility with the cadaver.
I'm trying. I gotta give likes. Oh,
I'm trying to open the door. Hello? There we go. Whoa. Hi.
I don't know if would you ooh.
Spooky. It's like a wax BT. Like the lighting in the brick, though.
Yeah. Ooh, this whole place.
Bro's all about those LEDs.
Oh. I wanna live here. Knock knock.
The old phonograph. Cushioned floors. Literal funeral march playing on a phonograph.
Hartman.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
What?
Episode 8. This is HEARTMAN. HEARTMAN, rather.
Well,
That's how it
you
works.
certainly caught me with my pants down.
Yeah, I did.
Glad you could make it, Sam.
Like, I prefer if you did have your
I'm
pants
sorry.
down.
I didn't mean to alarm you, but I am what I am. Ah,
Who are
please
you?
lay her down there.
Actually, she's staying with me. No, okay.
Still no sign of them.
Bro's playing that rhythm keyboard game.
Yeah.
No, your heart stops beating.
It stops every 21 minutes. I spend 3 minutes on the beach, and then return. 60 deaths and 60 resurrections per day.
Whoa.
60 opportunities to search the beach for my departed family. This is how I live. This is my life. So, while you've traveled to and from the sea an impressive number of times, my beach count is a little higher. 218,549.
Congrats.
Been doing this for a minute.
I see myself in that crater. My wife and my child. It's like looking at the shape of my heart. The doctors called it myocardial cordiphomia. Mine is an especially unusual case. I have pictures. Care to see Hartman's heart-shaped heart? No,
Oh.
you really should. It doesn't run in the family.
What in the hell?
You know, I never came to terms with their loss. In the days that followed, I became obsessed with an idea that the beach is real and they are on it. I would induce cardiac arrest, 3 minutes at a time, and search for them, day after day after day.
Also, you could say goodbye.
Quite the opposite. It is said that everyone's beach is different. So what if everyone's afterlife is different too? I find the thought terrifying, spending eternity alone, which is why I decided to find my family and make sure to move on with them.
You mean die with them?
Huh.
If death would see us reunited, then yes. But the repeated cardiac arrests took their toll on my heart. The muscle gradually deformed. And after a while, they started calling me the beach scientist. Hartman. I'm glad we could have this conversation.
Again, don't touch. No touch.
Force the habit.
Yeah.
A body that doesn't necrotize. No sign of decomposition. It's as if she were still alive. The perfect mummy. An impeccable corpse.
What's wrong?
Where's the other thing you were supposed to bring?
Huh?
Ah, found it. Behold.
Wait, dead man.
It appears to be an umbilical cord.
Oh.
Human by the looks of it, I think. But this was no ordinary conduit between fetus and placenta. It looks more like a BT's tether. And this was Mama's? Yes. A body that doesn't necrotize and an umbilical cord connected to the beach. These are remarkable discoveries, Sam. Enough to set my sore heart racing.
5 minutes to cardiac arrest.
I apologize if our conversation gets cut short. I must go back to the beach and look for my wife and child. One person, one beach. That's the rule. But I'm the exception. My beach is connected to others, as if it were the beneficiary of a coronary bypass. Maybe this twisted heart of mine made it possible. All I know is that I will find them. Even if my every visit raises new questions, I'll have my answers one day. One day.
3 minutes to cardiac arrest.
The battlefields. The endless wars you found yourself trapped in.
Uh-huh.
Why do World War era soldiers wander the beach a century after they fell?
Do you have time to talk about that?
Normally
3
the
minutes?
souls of the dead move on. The beach is just a corridor, a place through which they pass on the way to the other side. But if regret, resentment, a fervent desire to remain, if these feelings are powerful enough, they may give rise to an altogether different beach, a collective purgatory for an army of the damned. Clifford Unger. His misery and hatred, combined with your BB acting as some sort of catalyst, have brought these battlefields to our world.
2 minutes to cardiac arrest.
2 minutes. Wrap it up.
Please proceed to a safe location.
It's just a theory.
Again, no.
You think Higgs is pulling the strings? Pulling all their strings?
Ensure you are in a stable position.
I don't know. But evidence does suggest that Higgs brought them here.
1 minute remaining. Please hold on to something secure.
Oh, before I forget, I have a favor to ask.
Activating lab security measures.
What?
Could you just relax until I come back?
What?
Time stops on the beach, but not in the scene. Rest assured, it'll only feel like 3 minutes to you. We'll continue this shortly.
5,
Fair enough.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we got 3 minutes to wander around.
Time to be nosy.
Mama's remains. Hartman liked that. Hartman? Hartman's AED. You can just look around at stuff. Family portrait from back in the day.
Kid.
Hartman's daughter. Oh. Photo of the beach immediately post Death Stranding. Authenticity unverified. A lot of likes. Antique record player. He's appreciating us exploring. What can you say? Some artifacts. Unknown ore recovered from Void Out crater. Is that both of those? Cryptobiotes discovered immediately after the Stranding. Chiral crystal immediate post Death Stranding period. BT apparition, artist's impression.
Ooh.
That's some concept art right there,
Yeah.
baby. BT illustration, artist impression, sighting 3. It's like these like skeletons, these ghouls draped in cloth. But the cloth is like the BT goop. Do you think I could focus on each one of these individually? Unless these are all ore. Ordovician period ore recovered from the tar belt. BT model artist's impression from sighting 2. Trying to see what it'll accept. Oh.
Aww.
Oh, daddy is drawn by his kid daughter. Very nice. BT model artist impression sighting 1. Is that it? I feel like I'm gonna miss something. Oh, what's this though? A whale skeleton.
Woo.
Crazy. Well, HEARTMAN, you're about to come back.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Wakey wakey.
Eggs and bacon. Hello.
No luck?
No luck.
Oh.
Visit 218,550.
Jesus.
Oh, sorry. Where were we? I may be used to the 21-minute cycle, but for a first-time face-to-face meeting, there's just too much to cover in one go-around.
Can't be easy living like this.
Yes. And no. Now that I'm acclimated to it, it isn't especially, onerous. Defecation, pollution, nutrition.
No breathing.
Most of life's basic functions fit rather easily into a 21-minute time slot.
Damn.
Sleep is the tricky one.
I bet.
And intercourse, I suppose.
Yeah.
Verbal or physical. Not that someone in my position has to worry much about either.
Both antisocial creatures.
Do you read, Sam? Listen to music. Watch films.
Yes.
You know,
Hey, bro has a whole
I
collection.
have a collection of music, television shows, some very interesting.
What you
short
got? What you
films,
got?
And stories. Everything consumable within a 21-minute window.
There's some oldies in there. 20 minutes of love,
Before the Death
1914
Stranding, of
short.
course. But honestly,
A lot of short film then.
the 21 minutes I spend here, all downtime, nothing more. Time spent waiting to go back to the Satch. My body may be present, but my soul is on the beach. I'm already dead.
Oof.
I know that feeling. Lost my family in an accident.
Well, I never expected you to open up to me.
Yeah.
Ah!
As it
Fourth wall
happens,
break.
I've read about your circumstances. I lost my family in an accident too. I was in the ICU having heart surgery, out of town, in the city. When it was clear that I was going to pull through, my wife took my daughter back to the house to collect some things for me. And then they were caught in the void outs. The city and the hospital were spared the worst, but the shockwave knocked out the power. and my life support. I woke up on the beach. The people who died in the two void outs were there. What happened? What's going on?
What?
I saw my wife and my daughter in the procession. Hey! It's me! Where are you going? Wait! Don't leave without me! No! Don't go! Please, don't go! The ICU's backup generator kicked in, and I was brought back to life by the defibrillator. Exactly 21 minutes after my heart had stopped. And that was the last time I saw my family. It's my damned heart's fault that we were torn apart, but it's also the reason I'll see them again someday. It defines me. I am HEARTMAN. Ever since, I've walked the beaches of others. I follow my family's footsteps for a while, and when I get tired, I return here to continue my research. It's funny though, even when my heart stops, the pain lingers. You have any family photographs, Sam? Pity.
5 minutes to cardiac arrest.
You mind telling me what I'm doing here before you go back to the beach?
Oh, of course. There's a prepper-owned station in this area. Our scientists stationed there are researching material from before the Death Stranding.
What kind of material?
The Earth has a long memory. It's trying to tell a story, one that goes back to the very beginning, one that not even the Death Stranding could erase. The scientists are all colleagues of mine from the earlier expedition. I'd like you to bring them onto the chiral network. Amelie proposed we establish our research posts along this belt. Despite a worldwide search, this is the only area known to contain fossils from the late Cretaceous period. When the dinosaurs died out. The assumption being that the last ones lived here, and here alone. You see, hiding in the Earth then are memories of a major mass extinction. Clues that could tell us how to survive our predicament. Certainly, that was Amelie's hope as part of the advanced team when she assigned our backup team here. The past informs the present and aids us in building the future. She was careful to impress that upon us before she went west.
3 minutes to cardiac arrest.
Shut up. I'm putting you on mute. Sometime later, we began to observe unusual activity in the tar belts outside Edgenot City. Vast quantities of tar began surfacing, spreading, consuming many of my colleagues, as well as a chiral way station. The whole incident defied explanation.
You think Higgs is to blame?
I don't know, but we needed that way station. It was essential to expanding the chiral network westward. That's why I'm asking you for your help in building a new one. It won't be much given the handful of equipment we've managed to scrape together. Nothing like the knot cities, that's for sure. But a knot is still a knot. Sam, I want you to use the Cupid to put the scientists on the network, then go to Armory. Afterwards, we can get back to the important job of researching the deaths.
There you go. That's why he is the has precautions put in place. Padded floors and whatnot.
No.
The air mat floor absorbs the impact. I'll unlock the door for you.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah, boy. Minus 20 likes. Get out of here, DJ Reedus. Oh, but he gave him back. Look at that. He gave him back. Yeah, I gotta say, especially in retrospective, like replaying, Hartman is one of my favorite characters.
Sam, you heard him. You can grab the order at a delivery terminal.
So what do you think about all that? That's a lot to that's
Yeah,
a lot to process
it
right
was.
there, but
But I do like Heartman.
yeah,
It's like,
wanna expound
it's
upon that?
like how we fourth wall break and interact. Did he interact with the?
I mean, the HUD,
Subtitles.
well, the HUD insofar as that the timer, like, part of our HUD was seeing his timer come up, and at one
Yeah.
point he, like, muted it, and he was like, I don't worry about that, and, like, it's kind of, like, letting us know, but also it's, like, a general thing that I'm sure that, like, meta, that Sam, like, can see certain HUD elements that are shared all in the same Bridges network. He just wouldn't have the context for what it means until Hartman, like, interacts with it and starts, like, and you kind of see how it all plays out, and then he explains it all.
Well, I thought like at the 5-minute
Get it
mark,
done.
like the subtitles came up, and then he like moved it aside. I thought, unless I saw that wrong, but I was like, oh, okay. Got a funny little man over here. I like him. But also, is his search kind of in vain? Like, aren't they just dead? So why is he like looking for them then?
I mean, I don't know. Like the thing is, like he is his condition is rare in that he can like he said, he shares the beach with others, and he saw them once, and like perhaps they've clearly like they died and they've passed, but everybody has their own beach, and I
Yeah.
guess his hope is that I don't know, like we shared the beach with our sister for some reason, and she's alive, granted, but I don't know. He's just searching the beach to see if he can at least find them. Maybe they haven't fully crossed over, because I guess the idea is if you were like killed in the Stranding, then you are kind of a BT in itself, and you're stranded
Yeah.
until someone could help you like pass over. So I think his theory is that his wife and child are dead, but they're on the beach. So if he can find them and then let himself die and then pass on with them, perhaps that's his his hope is that they're dead but they're stranded. So
Gotcha.
I mean, that is a good question though. Like, can he even find them? And he's a smart guy. I mean, granted, he's like a linguistics major, but he's a very smart, educated guy. So I mean,
He's been obviously doing it for a hot minute.
it's either blind hope, or he has enough evidence to support his hypothesis that if he searches enough, he can eventually find them. But I mean, you're right to question it for sure. Like, is there even like hope of actually finding that? Who knows? The hell? Did I drop armor plating? That's weird.
Our ultimate objective in this region is to build a replacement for a way station that was lost to the tar. The first step is to put a shelter with our scientists on the Cairo network. And we don't know the first thing about Emily's status or what Higgs is up to. That's a concern for us as much as you. But we won't know more until we get to Edge Knot City. And that means connecting this region first. You should start with the geologist and the paleontologist. The latter's holding something for the Evo-Devo biologist, so I recommend you save her for last. That way, you can finish a delivery and link up the final site in one go. Once all three are on the grid, come back here. Then we can get to work on the replacement for that lost way station.
Well, we can probably knock out these tasks before the end. And I figure we can. I can probably go for like another hour. Let's see. Geologist, paleontologist. I'll grab both though.
Might as well.
Another antimatter bomb delivery. That's wonderful.
No, please. I can't deal with the stress.
I mean, I can try to work the bike, but I think it'd be too bumpy. That's the problem.
Yeah, especially we're in the mountains. My God.
And I'm curious. Here, I might die, but I'm curious how it'll handle on the bike, though. Let me find out.
A geologist of ours has been studying fossils as part of his research into
So great.
prehistoric
So
extinction
glad.
events. He's been out there conducting excavations for a while now and has begun to suffer the effects of chiral contamination.
Damn.
No doubt the result of excessive exposure to chiralium during the dig. Until the site is properly decontaminated, his work can't proceed. Nor will his health improve. So we need you to bring him some chiralium scrubbing agents.
The stratum the team was investigating dates from the end of the Cretaceous period, the time of the infamous mass extinction, which brought the reign of the dinosaurs to a close, leaving small mammals to inherit the Earth. It's the most recent of the Big Five, and one of the largest mass extinctions the world has ever seen. In any event, our team found something truly remarkable. Can you guess what it was? A fossil beach.
Oh.
If that is indeed what it is, then he has made a tremendous discovery. Therefore, Sam, it is essential that you deliver those chiralium scrubbing agents as soon as possible.
One more thing, Sam. For this run, you'll be transporting an antimatter bomb.
Yeah.
Bridges' paleontologist working on a dig says he needs it.
Oh, is that right?
Apparently, the fossils he
I just
wants
need
to
a bomb.
study are
I can get
buried
one of those,
deep
right?
Who
beneath tar.
fucking needs that?
The only way he can get to them is by blowing it wide open.
Sounds safe.
Now, hopefully, I don't need to tell you to be extra careful when handling high
It's my
yield
third time
explosives.
doing this.
But in case I do, make sure you keep that container in one piece, no matter what.
Yeah.
Another question. Never mind.
Thermal pad. Indispensable gear for cold weather operations. Especially useful when traversing snow-capped mountains.
So,
A device attached to the shoulder or hip that will activate automatically in snowy conditions in order to keep the wearer warm. Oh, it will reduce the degree to which snowfall also affects, like, your stamina is not affected as much, and then
ooh. Oh my.
enable the wearer to rest in snow without freezing. I see. Might as well have one, I suppose.
Yeah. So, how... If HEARTMAN... Was he still on the beach while he's doing that, like...
No, I think the implication there is that he's been back. Like
Okay.
3 minutes have passed. I mean, it's frequent enough where it's like, yeah, every 21 minutes he's down for 3 minutes, but 3 minutes goes by quicker than you think, I suppose.
Yeah.
Equipment, like early medication,
Oh my goodness.
the antimatter bomb.
Sam, I'm sure you haven't forgotten.
Yeah, I'm aware. Be careful. Don't trigger the alarm.
Thank
Gotcha.
you for the other things you don't remind me of.
Yeah, for real. I'll put on one armor plate. LOL. I don't even need the armor plate, honestly.
You sure?
Yes, I'm in the mountains.
PTs.
I mean, if at that point, I'm gonna be less worried about my armor, more worried about do I have a gun on me, which I do. But
That's true.
I
And
thi-
you have baby now.
I'll check snowfall, but we should be okay.
Struggling there.
A little bit.
Woo!
All right. Gotta be careful. A little bridgey bridge. So from here we need to get to. I mean, technically the bomb is for the paleontologist, but the geologist is on the way. So we link, and then there's a third location over here to come back, and then eventually we head southwest.
To the itty bitty, yeah.
Yeah, because we gotta get the link back online. There's a tar belt separating us from Edge Knot City.
Oh lord, that's fun. Take me down to Knot City. Where the tar is there.
So yeah, unless I'm mistaken, the geologist is first. Yeah.
Sam.
Sam.
Sam, so Hartman told you all about the lake.
Yes.
How the attack that created it changed his life forever.
Yes.
Not only did he lose his family, he very nearly lost
Himself. I'm curious, if I put the bomb in the bike, will that be safe?
himself. For 21 minutes, he was in a state of cardiopulmonary arrest. Under normal circumstances, he would have died. Therapeutic hypothermia saved his life. But the 21 minutes he spent on the other side had a lasting effect on him.
We'll see.
Perhaps due to the shock, his Doom's abilities seem to have increased. And now he takes every opportunity to walk the beach in search of his family.
I know.
My apologies, Sam. You came all this way to visit me, yet I neglected to give you a proper farewell.
It's all good, bro.
Do be careful out there. As I mentioned before, this region is rich in memories of death and extinction.
Great.
It should come as no surprise that BTs are sighted here more frequently.
Yeah.
Perhaps you recall the models in my lab? Their designs were all based on eyewitness accounts. Though I suppose they must have struck you as strange, considering the many times you've come face to face with the real McCoy.
Now, I should have probably grabbed some, whatchamacallit. Oh, rock slide?
Spray.
Okay, that helps. I was gonna say I should have grabbed cargo repair spray. I forgot that storms affected, my cargo. There's snowfall, but no guarantee of BTs. There might be some whiteout, though. I'm honestly shocked the bombs hold up. I expect to die, by the way. But, like, I'm wondering if the fact that it's a floating carrier adds some stability to it.
Probably because it's floating. Who said that? Was that him?
He said it.
Okay, I was about to say, who was talking out here?
We might be able to pull this off, maybe.
I hope so.
I mean, it flashes red if I get a little bit too bumpy. But Sam was I think Sam was talking to us a little bit.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh god, oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang back a little bit.
Shit.
We might be fucked. Whoa, Nelly. Hey, we made it. Oh, I'm sure.
Oh god.
Don't get your chickens. Dude, the fact that we're okay right now. This might be the move. I'm shocked this is working.
Oh, that was scary.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, there it goes. Okay. Well, we made it pretty far, but I guess on foot might be the better of the options, and also bringing some cargo repair spray just to play it safe.
Yeah.
I just tested my theory. I'm surprised we made it as far as we did.
Just a little too bumpy for him.
Also.
Why do we need bombs? Why? ¿Por qué?
To blow open the mountain and search for them fossils.
No,
Like,
fuck them fossils.
You're not a scientist. You wouldn't get it.
Yeah, I don't. Just leave them in the dirt.
Leave them in the dirt?
Leave them in the dirt.
I don't care about our history at all. You need answers, damn it. Don't you understand?
I suppose. I just making excuses so you may guess. Gasoline.
Sam, so Hartman told you all about the
Yes,
lake.
I know.
Yes.
How the attack that created it changed his life forever.
Yes.
Not only did he lose his family, he
Yes.
very nearly lost himself.
I know.
For 21 minutes, he was in a state of
Oh my
cardiopulmonary.
God.
Well, we reloaded the save,
Under
so
normal
it's the same
circumstances, he
dialogue.
would
I
have
know,
died.
but it's kind of annoying that
Therapeutic hypothermia
it's like we literally
saved his life.
watched it
But
all
the
happen
21
out and he
minutes
explained
spent
it.
On the other side had a
Let's see. You know, I could, I don't know what the better route is. Maybe if I stick left and go up.
lasting effect on him. Perhaps due to the shock, his Doom's abilities seem to have increased.
Oh.
And now he takes every opportunity to walk the beach in search of his family.
He went to the beach?
My apologies, Sam. You came all this way to visit me, yet I neglected to give you a proper farewell.
Gucci.
Do be careful out there. As I mentioned before, this region is rich in memories of death and extinction. It should come as no surprise that BTs are sighted here more frequently. Perhaps you recall the models in my lab? Their designs were all based on eyewitness accounts. Though I suppose they must have struck you as strange, considering the many times you've come face to face with the real McCoy.
I got 2 paper cuts today and they hurt so bad.
Yikes.
Ugh. And it's even worse when like see it happen. You're just like sitting there with your toes just like curled up. You're like,
What?
oh! 'Cause that happened. I saw it because I had paper and I was like putting in the little thing and then it just cut my finger and I was like, oh!
I don't get much in the way of paper cuts, but I'll like cut myself on like packaging for something, or like accidentally like a cardboard box or something.
Oh, it's the worst.
Not ideal. Certainly not ideal.
It's like, oh. Well, I don't know why I want to keep saying it's the same level like stepping on a Lego, but I'm like, it's not.
What?
I don't know.
I would not quite. I
Because
mean,
you
2
could
different
bleed
things.
from a paper cut. Because right now I am.
I mean, both inconvenient. But...
Yeah, very. I guess both in the sense we had to stop and just be like, ah! Uh-oh.
RNG rock slide.
Why? Brother, why?
Just gotta be careful.
Please.
I'm good.
If it's not BT's, it's Mother Nature.
Honestly, though.
Oh.
I'm going, Norman. I'm going.
It's Sam. No.
Alright. This is about the same spot that we went down last time. A little bit too bumpy. Play it safe.
Well, looks like the shoulder ones do get.
Good enough. Oh, best route this way? There we go. Relatively smooth so far.
Yeah.
Got our little heating unit. Have I, Sam? Have we? Thanks, buddy.
I'm trying.
Oh, I see some stranding over there. But we're almost at the geologist, so... Granted, this isn't the destination for the bomb. But this
Still
will
have to keep walking with
lighten
it.
our load a bit, yeah.
Aw.
Like I said, it's on the way, technically, so...
Just one more step.
Gotta take it easy. Oh, whiteout.
Oh no.
Good timing though, we're almost there. I think the game's gonna be a little bit nicer on us just because we also have a bomb on our backs.
I'd hope so.
And I'll take a whiteout over a BT right now.
Very true. At least we could also see where we're still going.
Yeah.
Instead of it just being like, well, haha, good luck.
The BT yanked us, it'd be game over right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, the anti-Chiralium medication.
Take it, take it. Give me gold star.
Sam Bridges.
Yes, it's me.
Oh, thank God for that. I was worried you might not get here in time.
Oh?
But then I've done nothing but worry of late. I've been haunted by those visions you doom sufferers see. That end of day stuff? I put the nightmares down to fatigue. The possibility of chiral contamination never even occurred to me. It's just lucky we caught it before the suicidal stage. Dying's not an option. My research is nowhere near complete. It's not just my life you're saving here. It's my life's work. I started to wonder if I'd ever see these meds. I guess you really are good at what you do, huh? Thank you.
Sam the man. Sam I am.
Yes, Chief. Get you online, huh?
What do you say?
Oh, yes. Right then. If you'd do the honors.
Become unpixelated.
I love the grunt every time. Kills me. Technically, if I was going for a completionist run, I think we did miss one person in some of the mountain area.
Oh no.
But that's like a different thing that we don't have to do, but... I'll climb an anchor level 2. But if I was, like, genuinely concerned... Again, like my play style, like, in the first time playing through this was just uninformed, and then platinuming the game, I did, like, 100% for everything. But then my first playthrough, our first playthrough for DS2, I'll definitely be, like, much more, like...
Yeah.
Deliver heavy, connection heavy, etc., etc. I don't like the ID badge that far down.
Part of the UCA.
Yeah, he looks like he's from
Access
Star
to a
Trek.
treasure trove of historical research
Oh, yeah.
materials. Studying this fossil beach should be a good deal easier now. Assuming I can prove once for all that that's what it is. Honestly, though, I'm just excited I can finally share these findings with everyone. Can you believe I found chiral deposits in strata dating back 65.5 million years?
No.
Evidence of an ancient death stranding.
Chiral matter has existed on Earth since long before the dawn of man. This stratum is proof of that. Look at this, Sam. Do you see that black fissure there? We believe this is the source of the Chiralian readings. In the distant past, earthquakes cause frictional melting along fault lines, producing layers of what is known as pseudotaculite. We call these layers fossil earthquakes. Extending the principle, our fissure here is what one might term a fossil beach. The presence of corellium in this of all strata cannot be a mere coincidence. It strongly suggests that beaches must have appeared during the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event. And not just then. The chiral network has recovered data suggesting that similar fossil beaches were discovered in strata corresponding to other extinction events too. That would seem to indicate the Big Five and all other major extinctions were accompanied by the appearance of beaches. In expanding the chiral network, you've helped us glimpse a pattern in these scattered points of data. You've furthered our individual research projects and ensured that it is only a matter of time before we recover all we have lost and solve every mystery that remains.
Please, Hartman,
Yeah.
you're making me
Only
blush.
the beginning. See this through, Sam, and there's no telling what we might learn.
And accomplish. The wild. What if dinosaurs had
Don't suppose you have any
beaches?
for our next spot? Odysseus, Mount Knot, Hartman's lab. I mean, we're eventually gonna, I think, going back to Hartman's lab. So
Yeah, we have like. Yeah.
grab that, I suppose. Resins and materials. Might regret it.
We regret it.
I don't know. I'm carrying too much shit.
Uh-oh.
I think we'll be okay.
It's fine.
Keyword think.
We've carried more.
Yeah, but in these conditions, with the bomb on our back. Alright, well, we do need to head to the... Not Hartman's lab, the paleontologist, I believe. There we go. That's what the bomb is meant for.
Please. Take this shit. I don't want it no more.
That's short and sweet. You can do it. Appreciate the vote of confidence, bro.
Feel the roar.
Feel the roar. Little sippy sip. At least being in all this snow, our canteen will keep filling up pretty quickly, I believe.
Cantina.
What is the best approach? Yikes.
Ooh.
Gentle steps down would be preferred. Alright, there's definitely stranding down there. We might be able to avoid it altogether. Trying to, at least. What kind of impact can I take? That's the question.
Yeah. A simple sneeze will.
If I can just get
Kill us
to
all.
that, I'll be okay. Okay, that's good.
Oh,
That's good.
Oh, okay.
That was good. Okay. That worked. One. Well,
Whoa.
not
Oh.
ideal. Well,
Oh. Going up. Or dragging up.
maybe.
God, that show.
To Dragon Up
Yeah.
as a show.
Well, it was like a saying that the main.
Oh.
I forgot what the show was called. Something dragon. But it was a guy like. I think it was a Cartoon Network show. The guy had like black and green hair, and he turned into a red dragon.
I think I know what
That
you're
was, like,
talking
Before
about.
he turns into a dragon, this is what he would say is dragging up.
I have a vague recollection about was like the Chinese kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't recall the name of the show.
Yeah. But that's like the main, like core memory I always remember from that show, which is what he looks like, and his saying is just like dragging up in that tone, exact cadence.
Wrong button.
Let's go to the beach. Beach.
Jeez.
Take a lot.
Not great. Hang tight, Sam. Oh. Okay, I heard you.
Don't get crazy.
I'm trying to be careful.
Oh no. Okay. Well, if it does go off, would it just start us up from the?
I mean, if we could load the last save, which I think is the last stop that we just made.
Okay.
But we're pretty close. Ish. Patience.
Oh.
Patience. Dark Wave.
Which you don't have any of. I do
Well,
have
you?
patience. Oh, what? I do have patience.
It depends.
Yeah, it depends. I don't have patience enough to learn guitar, but yet I'm an animator. What logic does that?
That's two different things, to be fair.
It's true. But learning the guitar would be so cool, but I just don't have the patience to do it. But I could sit and draw for hours on end and be like, well, hot diggity damn, it's 5 o'clock. I've been doing this since 8 o'clock in the morning. What am I doing?
Oh, I thought we were closer than we actually are.
Aww. It did look like we were.
Hello?
What was that?
We're not that bumpy right now.
Yeah, what? This bomb is picky, jeez. If you're not on flat terrain, I will not have it.
I mean, it's to be expected.
Precious paintings.
I'm out of repair. I think I'm almost out of repair spray. There we go. That was the last of it.
Oh no.
I mean, I would zipline, but like, where to? Those always kill me. It's like, where, like, maybe once we're online, there'll be a convenient zipline. We still have a ways to go.
Shoot.
Well, a little over 200 meters. It's not too bad. I think we should be able to make it.
Uh-oh.
Container's ruined, but not the bomb anyway, just the precious paintings.
Not the precious paintings.
Come on. Bro, calm down. It's like not that bad.
Just take one step on the rock. Oh.
Well, now it's the container the antimatter bomb was in is not in a great spot.
Shit.
I see some green though.
Please, please, just make it. Just
Now
make
this should be right around the bend, I think. I see structures.
It's right around the corner. Ooh. Just hold it up. Just hold it up. Just hold it up. Please. Please. Just make it through. Just pull it through. Don't be a little bitch bomb. Don't be a bitch bomb.
There it is. Shh. Okay.
Yay! Whoa!
Easy, Sam.
I know you're excited.
You made it this far.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Fragile Express ID.
Slow down, Sam. Imagine dying right here. Alright. Not perfect condition, but we got it there.
Take it. Take it.
Much appreciated, friend. Thanks to you, we can finally move ahead with the dig.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, this place is bad enough without having to worry about getting asphyxiated. Not that I need to tell you. You did it after all. Though I can't for the life of me imagine how.
Or why? No.
I'd be very surprised if it was S tier. Well, there you go.
You can set up the chiral network while I work.
Can and will do.
There we go.
Woo woo! Yeah!
Oxygen mask.
Ooh.
Level 2 hematic grenade.
Whoa.
Nice.
Say something about interview?
Anyway, as it turns out, Sam Bridges, I have a favor to ask.
Shocker.
The local porter was on his way here with something very valuable, but dropped it en route. It's a 200-million-year-old ammonite, which looks, he says, almost as if it were still alive.
Huh.
He apparently stumbled across it in a boulder field, which had previously been hidden beneath a glacier, but that's not the half of it. The man claims this ammonite has an umbilical cord. An umbilical cord. Color me skeptical, but the specimen merits study, and I wasn't about to leave such delicate work to an amateur. So I asked him to carve out the whole surrounding chunk of rock and bring it here to me. Naturally, I wanted to compare it with contemporary specimens in the vicinity, which is why I had him excavate a number of those in addition to the one he told me about. But what does a dumb fuck go and do? He loses the whole shipment.
Nice.
He didn't even have the good sense
This is
to
why you
which
don't
container
choose
the ammonite
Amazon.
with the umbilical cord.
Yeah.
The cargo was
You
supposedly
choose
lost
Bridges.
in the area to the southwest, where toxic gases have a tendency to build up. Old Mr. Reliable claims his cargo scanner is broken, and there's no way he can recover the shipment.
Ah,
But you could track it down.
I guess.
To protect you against the fumes, I'll provide you with an oxygen mask. Just to be safe. You can pick it up when you accept the order.
If I pick up the order.
Alright.
That fossil could represent an epical discovery. While there are examples of viviparous fish, an ammonite with an umbilical cord is unheard of. And if it is indeed 200 million years old, it would also
Insane.
correspond with the end Triassic extinction, another one of the big five. Could the umbilical cord be connected to the beach? We
Beach?
must recover that
Like once
cargo
you get
at all
once you get to the
costs.
point where it's
It
like
could provide
millions
a
of
vital
years,
clue
it's
to
so
the
hard for me
mechanisms
to like
underpinning the Death
to
Stranding.
reckon
We're
that
so
in my
close.
head.
So
Like
very, very close to grasping the true nature of the phenomenon.
That this has
Hurry, Sam.
happened like in the
We
past?
cannot
Or
risk
is like
that ammonite being
Huh?
lost.
like the Death Stranding has like been in the past?
no, I mean when he's like, oh, these fossils are from like 400 million years ago. It's so hard for me to like. I just in my mind all I think of a long time ago, but like I think of like a year and how long that takes, and then I
Yeah.
think of like my lifetime, which could be 70 to 100 years if I'm being liberal, and then I think okay, well then think of like 100 years, think of 1,000, think of 100,000, think of a million years.
Like that's beyond me.
That's yeah, exactly. So then when it's like 400 million, I'm like that just seems
No way.
It's just hard to wrap my head around.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay. And I thought he was gonna give me a oh, with the order he said. That's right. I do need some repair spray though.
An oxygen mask, huh?
Yeah.
Good idea. It'll filtrate the air and keep you breathing normally.
Sweet.
In addition to protecting
Like
you
that.
from toxic gases, it'll also help to reduce fatigue from strenuous activity, making it easier to keep your balance. If it didn't have a limited battery life, I'd tell you to keep it on the whole time. But
damn.
It does.
Damn.
Don't.
So don't.
Alright.
Whoops. Did not mean to do that.
Yes, I'm in the zone. I'm on the floor.
Alright. We gotta go to that site and recover the stuff. Wonderful. Recover ammonites. Okay, sure. Involves a heavy cargo load. I'll bring a carrier, I guess. Would bring a vehicle, but here we are. Flip the carrier. I could also bring a buddy bot, I guess. But I'll just do a carrier.
But on the mountains? A buddy bot? Do you think they can?
Oxygen mask. I'm eventually gonna put it on if there's fumes ahead.
Ooh.
Yeah, call it. Settle down.
Order assigned.
Attach.
Okay. Hopefully there's a generator nearby. Maybe I'll just rest in the room. So it wants us to go down the hill to the... I mean, that's actually not too far at all. That's just right down here. And then find the ammonite. Down the hill. I think resting would help, though.
Yeah.
There's some loose alloy, too. Do not enter?
Whoa.
Or else what?
Yeah. Is it a jump scare?
Okay. At least there's no more bombs.
Yes. That feels like the worst deliveries.
I like the bridge to nowhere right there.
Let's get a better view.
Quick nap.
I'm fishing. Ooh. Ah.
Any new mail of import?
I know there was interviews.
A little bit, yeah. The Spiritualist, a snapshot of ages past. Did you recall the handprint you brought me? Well, I hope you're sitting down, because when I analyzed it, I discovered that it was 65 million years old. It dates back to the late Cretaceous period when the dinosaurs became extinct. I did fear that perhaps it was just the rock and the handprint itself had been added much later, but that seems not to be the case. Could someone have traveled through time via the beach in order to leave it? If not, how could it possibly have been made? I plan to look into the matter further, and we'll get in touch when I learn more. BTs that aren't affected by your blood. Chiral nightmares. Chiral contamination's all cleared up. We've received a report that suggests there are some BTs out there that aren't affected by your blood. The BT in question glowed bright red, apparently, and the poor porter who ran into it barely lived to tell the tale. He's brought plenty of hematic grenades with him, but they didn't seem to do the trick. As you can imagine, this is a seriously concerning development. I mean, your blood was the only weapon that we had against those things. What are we supposed to do now? Sure, they've bound to have some kind of vulnerability we can exploit, but how many of us are going to have to die finding out what that might be? Just checking something.
Anyway, consider yourself warned. Sam I am.
New interviews. We've got interview with the geologist. I remember it was just before I joined the expedition when I found those documents in Bridges HQ, research papers that predated the Death Stranding.
Oh.
People used to believe that dinosaurs had gone extinct at the end of the Cretaceous period, 65 million years ago. But when this fellow investigated various locations where late Cretaceous dino fossils had been found, he came to the startling conclusion that there was hardly any evidence anywhere on Earth that supported the theory that dinosaurs had survived until the end of the Cretaceous. In other words, almost all of them had been wiped out long before that. The only place where there were fossils that did support the traditional theory was here in North America, which suggested that this was the last part of the Earth to have been inhabited by dinosaurs. Not everyone agreed with that with this analysis at the time, but let's say he had it right. That would mean that there is evidence of a mass extinction hidden here, right beneath our feet. Evidence which could provide invaluable in understanding the one on the horizon. Did the dinosaurs who happen to live here just get lucky? Or is there something special about this place that allowed them to survive? I'd love to get to the bottom of it, but I'm not sure if I have what it takes. I'm not like Hartman. I don't have dooms or any other unique traits. Still, I want to make myself useful. I want to research the Stranding and help uncover the truth behind it. That's why I joined the expedition team, after all. And the paleontologist we just met. In the period since the very first forms of life arose here on Earth, the planet has witnessed a number of mass extinctions. And as you're no doubt aware, the most significant of these are known as the Big Five. The first marked the end of the Ordovician period.
Ordovician? Yeah.
While the next, at the end of the Devonian period, wiped out almost all marine life. But the third of these extinction, at the end of the Permian period, around 250 million years ago, was even worse. 96% of all marine organisms and 70% of land organisms died as a result. The fourth extinction finished off most large reptiles, though the dinosaurs managed to hold on until the fifth came along at the end of the Cretaceous period, 65 million years ago. We humans are evolved from the small mammals which managed to survive that particular catastrophe. Each of these 5 extinctions resulted from enormous changes to the natural environment. Species which were unable to adapt to these changes perished, while those which were ideally situated to evolve and thrive did just that. Evidence from records which predate the Death Stranding indicate that many scholars believed a 6th mass extinction was on its way, or that it may have already begun. There was something of a consensus regarding its cause as well, humanity's destruction of the environment. This led them to sound the alarm, warning the world of what was at stake. At the time, the greatest minds of the era believed that if the ecosystem could be preserved, and if humanity could learn to live in harmony with nature, then a future could be secured for all the world's species, humans included. But that was then and this is now. If the phenomenon we are currently experiencing is indeed the 6th extinction, then it must be acknowledged that humanity is its main target. Is this divine punishment for our misdeeds? If so, then I suppose there is little that can be done. Perhaps there is no way forward for humanity now. Nevertheless, I refuse to give up. I will endeavor to find hope in our predicament.
Oof.
Alright. Let's get back out there. Get those samples. It should just be right down here.
Whoa.
Whoa. Didn't see that.
Oh.
Oh, someone's upset. Big surprise.
69. Free fall.
Alright, there's 5 total.
Ooh.
Put on the mask. Kind of not equip it from this menu. There we go. Five total samples to collect. Then getting out of here is going to be a different story. Here we go.
He's not having it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Can I climb out with a carrier? I never even figured about that.
Oh?
Maybe I can.
Just float next to you. Or
oh yeah, I guess so. Oh, maybe. Rope might snap. Rope snap. It's fine. I got everything on my back, so... wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, like, quantity or weight-wise. It was like, there's gonna be a lot, but I'm like, this is actually, like, manageable.
yeah. Ain't too bad.
That was a lifesaver.
This one's for you. Thanks for the help.
I'm trying to like it.
Today's a good
Brother. Okay. It kept putting me off, like, center for that
That's
light.
enough.
Whoops. Wrong button.
Well,
Trying to get the aesthetics right. Gotta make sure we have our loadout.
mm-hmm. Ooh.
Okay, dude, you gotta chill. Like, this is ridiculous. Annoying sometimes.
Is the balancing or?
Well, yeah, it's like it says, all right, balance. Then you'll hit the one side, and then he's still having trouble. And then if like you get too much momentum going in one direction, he's just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm like, goddamn cartoon. Like, I appreciate the consistency with like momentum and physics sometimes, but I'm like, dude, it's like comical.
Yeah. Especially when we got like a bunch of stuff to like help not be
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID.
to help with balance. There we go.
Clear. Weapons detected.
But rule of thumb is if you hold both shoulders like this with your backpack straps, then usually you're fine. As opposed to waiting for it to tell you what one to hold as you're running. An R2. Then it'll hit again eventually. Oh, R2 again.
Too close.
So it's better just to hold them both as you run like this. Relatively easy, all things considered. Hello?
Take them.
Let me see. I have to see it.
Bro's fiending.
I know.
It really is immaculately preserved. Uncannily, even.
Big words.
Well, for someone that's excited about skeletons, old
Alright.
fossils.
What new info can we find? Volcano orange colors have been unlocked now.
For what?
Because you love orange? Like,
No.
What?
I like colors.
I didn't say anything, she
Thanks for
just
bringing
gets
in that love
excited.
shipment, Sam. And yes, it did indeed include an ammonite with a bona fide umbilical
Whoa!
cord attached.
Oh wait, a
I've
what?
already sent some
See?
images and a preliminary analysis to Hartman via the network. Interestingly, it seems the surrounding strata contain traces of tar, which lines up with one of his theories. Anyway, I know you only just brought this ammonite here, but I'd like you to deliver it to a colleague of mine.
God damn it.
An Evo-Devo biologist. Lately, she's taken an interest in the tar, and I think she'd be eager to examine this particular specimen.
I'm assuming it's my last stop-ish.
It's quite remarkable, and that's to your credit. To clarify, she has been studying how the tar may have influenced the development of various organisms. Accordingly, I would ask that you also recover the tar collectors deployed near her shelter and deliver them along with the ammonite. It
Alright.
would be too dangerous for her to attempt to retrieve them herself, which is why we must impose upon you. By aiding her research, we may yet inch closer to unraveling the secrets of the Death Stranding. We've already made so much progress with the data recovered by the network. With your continued help, I know we can accomplish even more.
Alright.
Yeah, no problem.
Good work. New order available.
Sure. The Devo. I mean, it's headed back up to Hartman anyways. That's fine. Tar extraction device and ammonite delivery. Sure. What's one more? Can't make a vehicle though. I'll just keep what I have then. Should be alright. Maybe like one more repair spray, just in case. Whoops. I always do that shit. There we go.
Order assigned.
Alright. Evo Devo is...
Thank you for everything.
Well, it's a collect, retrieve over there, and then head up there. BT area, no less. Wonderful. But I have the BB on me, so...
Won't be as hard, but still. Don't like BTs. No, thank you. Especially in the mountains, no less. So aggressive.
See the inverted rainbow. What? Probably Sam.
Shoot!
Bit chilly. Activate the thermal pad. Oh, see if I had the carrier, I could do some surfing. Thought about making one, but oh well.
Missing out some good surfing. Snowboarding.
Snowboard.
Snow surf.
Faster, Sam, faster.
Looks like the way he's running, it's like he's trying to sneak. Like,
I'm just trying to sneak through snow right now.
yeah.
It's hard walking through deep snow.
Yeah. It's very true. These are jeez.
There we go.
There we go.
Alright, 600 meters to go. Whoopee. So how are you doing?
I'm doing alright. How about you?
I'm very tired.
Same.
I got like a delivery or two left in me, then I'm calling it for the night. But I think it's good timing because this is basically the Hartman episode anyway, so it'll be all right. Gonna get a little bit more food in my belly and then hopefully get an appropriate amount of sleep tonight.
Yeah.
And the stream maybe before midnight even. That'd be some crazy stuff right there.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like after this stream, I think realistically maybe we could knock the game out in one more stream, and most two. But I think if we have one more like solid stream of like
Get the big
4 to
chunk
6,
out.
yeah, 4 to 6 hours, wherein you don't, well, the last thing what I want to avoid, I want to get through the game, but I don't want to be at the very end of the game and you're like,
I know. Same. I don't want that either, but it's like, ugh.
which also makes me worried for Death Stranding 2, because when a new game comes out and I'm like in it, I mean, especially if I'm taking like a day or two off to play it, something like that,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna be like, I mean, I'll have breaks of course, but I'm gonna be playing that game, so I want to make sure you can, can you hang with the cool kids?
Oh wow. Also ask the days off too. Just gotta drink a lot of.
Although I gotta be kind of conservative about it and be smart, because our trip out of town is like the weekend before that.
Yeah.
So I gotta figure that out. Probably have to pick up a couple extra shifts.
And then also I think there's a con before. No. Yeah, I think there is.
'Cause I think theoretically the day that this should arrive,
Uh-oh.
so I can play it for early access, I'll work that morning and then stream that evening. Alright, well there's definitely some stranding in this valley coming up.
Yeah.
But it's where we need to collect our shit, I think, anyway.
Oh.
Maybe?
Come on.
Or maybe yeah, it's kind of in the heart of the snow. So we gotta go in here, we gotta find these, collect 4 containers of tar extraction. I don't know how big that'll be. And then we just make our way up here, oh my god. Up through the mountains, up to the Evo Devo.
Oh, jeez.
Which is gonna be right over, or I guess to Hartman's lab, or...
Wait, I thought, wait.
I thought
I
Evo
we're
Devo
supposed
was
to-
somewhere else. I think once we pick it up, it'll show back up. But
Yeah.
we go there, and then it'll give us our new destination. Might be closer then.
Or somewhere near the tar. 'Cause I thought it was in that section that we needed to go.
I'm sure it'll crop up when we get closer.
Cool.
Off the grid. But with with the mixture of having BB and then also having the new cup upgrade, it should be like no problem now going forward.
Now we could cut umbilical cords. Goodbye, BT.
Otter boy.
Santa?
Possibly.
But now I'm like...
Either Santa or Gothica.
I'll take both. But now I'm like what I'd give for them to serenade me. I'll cry.
Is mine not good enough? Wow.
No. I feel like you're doing it in a mocking way.
I'm just trying to mimic the artistry.
Oh!
Oh, almost there.
So I've been like in a Silent Hill kick, probably because of Silent Hill F. But I did like pretty much all day I was just listening to like the theories about each game.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, I think you could attribute that to the fact that your boyfriend literally watches those theory videos every night as he's going to bed.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I like how this person like, well, talks, and also how they like, organize it, or what's the word I'm looking for?
Well, like structure? Or something?
Yeah, structures it.
Whoa.
So it's just like, I want to watch this. So I watched their 8-hour one. I'm like, that.
You watch all 8 hours?
No, there's like one where it's just like all the games, like all in one. So it's like 8-hour long video.
Yeah,
I'm like, that is pretty much my whole shift. Bet. Put that on. And then it got me thinking. Kind of stinks how.
There they are. Well, no BTs so far, but we found the old volcano observatory, or what used to be it.
Ooh. Volcano.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you just had to say something.
I guess I'll go for the farthest one away. Whoa!
Aww.
Now I fear no BT.
I have BB.
Whoops.
Oh!
There we go. Free their souls. Ain't nothing but a thing. Whoops. I keep seeing the hold breath thing, and I keep on doing the... thinking it's square. Oh god.
Jeez.
Whoops. I missed him. That was on me. Good.
Oh.
It keeps throwing me off. Every time that it says hold breath, I'm pressing square because I'm thinking it's the cut umbilical button. All good.
Oh.
I see there's a bunch of them now. You just take them out one at a time. Save our souls, SOS, BT edition.
Be free!
All covered in tar.
Ew.
That was 2, 3,
2?
4.
Whoa.
I only see 2 more available, so I figure.
Mwah. Oh. Whoa, that's a big one.
Big boy, big girls, you are beautiful.
What? What? Ew. Oh, oh, oh.
Maybe. Oh, it's a baby. Yeah, 3 in a row.
Nice.
Blocking my way. How rude. Help him cross over. I like how the BT will like you as it goes, because you freed it.
Yeah.
See, literally, it's like received from BT.
Aw.
I think this is the last one. Yes.
Sweet.
But we're not headed to the paleontologist. We're headed to the Evo Devo biologist, who is right up there.
Now it shows up. Oh, my back.
As I said it would.
Sure did.
Saw it coming.
They're like, we don't want you to get ahead of yourself. Do these first, and then you could go.
Indeed.
How dare. Just do chores. Oh.
A shame there aren't too many. Whoops. Did it again.
Whoa, it's like jump rope.
Yeah. But see, as soon as you get that upgraded cufflink, it's a lot easier navigating these areas.
You don't confuse your breathing with.
I'm helping them pass on. Okay.
Did we clear it all out?
Not all of them, but most of the ones. I mean,
Yeah.
the ones that were in our way anyway.
So many.
Well, should be a straight shot out of here.
Please.
Oh. Yeah, so I say. Oh, it's the baby. Oh, okay. Like a lassoed it
in. Oh, I cried.
Big ol' you big baby. Big BT baby. Whoops. A little bit too close. It's all good. Should be okay, I think. Less than 300 meters, no less. Think we're good? Yeah. Happy day. Out of the volcano. Immediately from the hot volcanic crater to the snowy mountain. Hello?
This is a lair of hell.
No! We'll see about that. Maybe.
Bitch.
A little bit anyway. So much damage. Alright, last big push, Sam.
You can do it.
She woke up.
I've been awake. I'm just stretching now. Ooh, while cheering you on at the same time.
I do love how, like, when the cosplayer that made the otter bit, or the cosplayer's husband anyway, like, programmed it so it would squeak.
Yeah. That's so cute.
Almost there. I assume this would lead us back to Hartman, or at least be close to the end of his episode.
For what episode? Is there 10?
Huh?
Like, how many chapters or episodes?
Well, we're on 8 or 9 right now.
I think this is 8. I know, you said, like, in earlier streams that you didn't know.
Well, I don't recall off the top of my head. Even if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Fine, wow.
But just tell you how the game ends. How about that?
I'm impressed, Sam. Not many people would have even attempted this.
I mean, they'd be ready to, I guess.
Not a scratch on it. And the tar inside is safe and secure.
Good.
You do not disappoint, my friend.
They don't call me Sam the Man for nothing.
Cringe.
It's true, though.
Now,
get you connected?
Connect me to the chiral network.
Yeah.
That's where my studies will truly begin.
Holy blossom. The claw.
Nice.
It's her eyebrow.
Grenade launcher. I'll take that.
Ooh. It's like boom.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It goes without saying, but I am convinced that the tar is related to the BTs and the Death Stranding. After all, both it and Timefall are the defining features of the post-Stranding ecosystem. Sudden environmental changes such as these invariably lead to the extinction of organisms that fail to adapt. Those that do adapt do so by virtue of enhancers, the regions of DNA that grant successful organisms their advantages. These genetic factors are the key to evolution, but there are genes which have the opposite effect, those which disadvantage organisms. Extinction factors, as they have been called. These are the seeds of advancement and obsolescence. Such factors may lie dormant within us all, a choice waiting to be made. For every being since the advent of life itself. If so, then ancient proof may hide deep within the tar, evidence of these genetic decisions that may aid us in navigating our current crossroads. In any event, thanks to you, I can now study the composition of the tar in greater detail. I'll make sure to share any interesting results with you later.
Please.
Well done, Sam. You furthered our research into the Death Stranding in ways you cannot imagine.
Yay.
Thank you again for bringing me Mama's body, as well as that ammonite. Speaking of which, my analysis of its umbilical cord is proceeding apace.
Oh?
I've been comparing the data against some of our restored archives. Anyway, would you mind returning to my lab? Preparations are finally complete for the chiral relay integration. If you could collect the necessary materials for the restoration work and bring them here, I would be most grateful.
Give you a couple likes too.
Yeah. And then lose 20.
In this Black Mirror society.
God.
What?
Oh wait, I have watched Black Mirror. Probably not just like newer episodes though.
Film director.
Cause that one sucks.
Live fish, time sensitive. I mean, I'm headed there anyway.
To Heartman? Heartman wants live fish?
Apparently.
Oh, okay. Here's your salmon. Your tuna.
Might bring a carrier with me though.
Order assigned. Delivery parameters.
30 minutes, I'm sure I can get there.
Easy peasy. Hopefully.
I don't think he's too far away.
Please W.
When he said bring the material, I assume that's all that he... There was nothing else here to bring. It just says... It just says go there, so... He said bring the materials, but I'm like, I don't have anything else on me. We have new interviews, though. I think from the people that we've met.
Yeah.
Not quite.
Oh?
HEARTMAN, 3 years ago, Neanderthals are not extinct. Both Neanderthals and Homo sapiens are believed to share a common ancestor in the form of Homo heidelbergensis, but there are clear differences between the two. Neanderthals were brutish and brawny, well equipped to hunt larger animals and survive in colder climates, whereas Homo sapiens were slender-limbed and only capable of hunting smaller prey. But as millennia passed, Homo sapiens learned to create tools and hunt in packs. The Neanderthals, who actually had larger brains than the Homo sapiens, also fashioned tools of their own, but these were crude in comparison, and developed little over 200,000 years, perhaps because these simple-minded beings favored small family units, so that, even if a breakthrough occurred, it was unlikely to be shared with others. This isolation, more than any other factor, seemed to have led to their decline. Homo sapiens, meanwhile, conceived religion, with which large numbers of individuals could be bound together in service to a common cause. Strength in numbers also made their communities more resistant to famine and other calamities. In other words, Homo sapiens grew stronger through interpersonal connections. By creating what came to be called society, by creating what came to be called society. If we persist in our divided state, we risk losing this hard-won unity and dooming ourselves to the Neanderthals' fate. We will dwindle and die, apart and alone. But history holds another intriguing lesson. Homo sapiens did not disdain Neanderthals. The two species even intermingled on occasion. Our DNA retains vestiges of our ancient cousins even now. So you see, while a species itself may disappear, its genetic legacy may yet endure. And we have Hartman's theory of evolution. 1 year ago, the evolution of life on Earth could be described as the evolution of consciousness. When the first vertebrates clambered out of the oceans and onto the land, their consciousness expanded to process the new realm that lay before them. But their development did not end there. Their eyes moved from their flanks to their fronts, that they might comprehend the depth of the world. Mammals formed groups, increasing their chances of survival. Eventually, they came together in communities, and then larger societies. In order to preserve and maintain these structures, humans developed a perception of time. And in order for societies to outlast the lifespan of the individual, we conceived of an afterlife, and a future beyond ourselves. Alas, the Death Stranding threatens to undo all our progress. Consider the chiral network, which incorporates the beach where time does not exist. Or consider timefall, which rapidly accelerates the degradation of that which it comes into contact with. How can our sense of time, honed over millions of years, remain intact when we must cope with such irrational phenomena? Yet that is the tip of the proverbial iceberg. We are growing apart, retreating into isolation, gradually losing our place within society. I would even go as far as to say our conceptions of reality are under threat. How could they not? How could they not be when our very eyes deny the invisible BT that stands before us? The Stranding has warped our consciousness, in every sense. If the evolution of life on Earth is indeed akin to the evolution of consciousness, then what is happening now is undeniably a regression, is it not? There is one caveat, of course. Some of us are now far more aware of death than we ever were. That is what Dooms has given us. For me, therefore, Dooms is not merely a biological change. I prefer to think of it as the means by which I have achieved a new form of consciousness. Furthermore, I hope and believe that this new awareness of the other side is humanity's trump card as we seek to defeat the Death Stranding. And we have one more. Umbilical cords in Devonian-era fossils 3 months ago. An article from an old scientific journal was recently brought to my attention. It predates the Death Stranding and concerns the discovery of a 380 million year old fossil, one from the Devonian era, to give the period its proper name. It was a fossil of a fish, and in its womb was a child.
Oh.
A child connected to its mother by an umbilical cord, no less. The species? Meterpiscus attenboroughi. It's a placiderm. It's a placiderm, an extinct class of armored marine creatures that used to live in seas the world over. Unfortunately, most were wiped out during the Devonian era, right around the time of the second of the Big Five, in fact. As you may be aware, one of the key foci of my research is the link between creatures with umbilical cords and mass extinctions. Once this area is connected to the chiral network, it is my hope that we will be able to piece together more data that will help us learn about the link between umbilical cords and the Death Stranding. Did I miss one? Shit. Oh. The Evo Devo biologist that we just met 1 year ago. I was born after the Death Stranding, so my conception of what the world once was is derived entirely from documents, photographs, and video. We didn't used to have timefall, for one, just regular rain. No chiral clouds, only the traditional masses of suspended moisture, and one certainly didn't have to worry about tar bubbling up from underground in most locales. Humans could travel anywhere, even into space, and we were blissfully unaware of the beach's existence. Suffice it to say, there is no doubt that this is a period of sweeping change that will have lasting repercussions for all life on Earth. Given that, Dooms may simply be humanity's way of trying to adapt and survive. A beach exists within the consciousness of every individual, but these environmental changes, they affect all life on a genetic level, do they not? That is why I thought to investigate them, and the medium through which I chose to do so is the tar, which has become so ubiquitous. But you're not interested in that, I'm sure. So there is a very real possibility that we have already failed to adapt to the sixth extinction, that we are but another evolutionary dead end soon to be left behind. If that is the case, then it could be reasoned that the ones afflicted with dooms, and therefore blessed with an enhanced perception of the beach, are our successors who will survive and supplant us. I suppose that would be a shame, but it doesn't trouble me all that much. My research will survive me as well, and the Doom's sufferers can pick up from where I left off. They will carry on my genetic lineage too, for that matter. No, what worries me is that not even Dooms will prove sufficient to endure this extinction. If that is the case, then humanity is doomed. It's certainly a possibility we have to acknowledge. But more than that, one question looms above all. Why? Why now? Why like this? That's all I want to know more than anything. Somehow I doubt that dinosaurs and all the other species that came and went ever considered that question. Worrying over the reason for this and that is a uniquely human condition, I suppose. Yet this idle curiosity may be the key to understanding and overcoming this Stranding. I think the last one we have is Tar bubbles up from the beach. Aaron Hill, 1 year ago, Mountain Knot City. I'd heard this area was pretty inhospitable before I got here. Got your fair share of mountains, obviously. And on top of that were all these rumors about a secret terrorist base or something. So I figured I was in for a bad time. But when me and the team got here, yeah, it was way worse than what we thought. Felt like we could get jumped any second, you know?
Oof.
I tell you what, though, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw all the tar out west. Wondered how the hell Amelie and her team made it through. But someone said it wasn't nearly as bad when they made the trip. I was sent out to take a closer look, and man, it was something else. It hadn't been that long, either. Hard to imagine all that bubbled up damn near overnight. Honestly, I felt like I was standing at the edge of the world. We don't know much about the tar, except that it wasn't around before the Stranding, same as Timefall and Corellium. There's some speculation that it might be some byproduct of the beach, and that if you could somehow retrace the flow, you'd end up there. But that's all theoretical stuff. Right now, we've got a practical problem to deal with. One of the chiral relays we built is at risk of going under at any moment. We don't have the manpower to relocate it yet, but we should once the second expedition shows up. Maybe we can wait that long. Whether we can wait that long is another question, though. Maybe you could tell them to get their asses in gear once you get the chance. That should be it. I'll comfort BB and we'll get back to Hartman. Because BB is a little bit upsetty spaghetti.
Yeah. No.
Chitty BB.
Yeah.
Blue.
Uh-huh.
Bubbles McGee.
No.
I feel like you're the BB. You're just chilling.
Oh.
Alright.
Woo, HEARTMAN!
Did I grab the carry?
Yes. No, you didn't touch it. Ooh,
Sounds
that
about
was close.
Right. Alright, we need to head to Hartman's lab. My supplies are mostly good.
Where's Hartman at?
Huh?
Hartman, where's he at? On
What?
here.
He's over yonder.
Oh.
But he's not, like, super duper far.
Oh, okay.
Like, if anything, this zip line actually, maybe, if I get lucky, maybe.
It's online.
We'll check it out.
Please, please, please.
If not the zip line, there's a truck up here. Jesus. Although I figure navigating the truck up here would be even harder than a trike.
Yeah.
Physics-wise. How you feeling about all this, like, studying of the... Because now in this chapter, we're basically learning not only about, like, obviously Hartman and these other scientists to trying to, like, figure out the Death Stranding and how it all works, but the research he's uncovering is showing that this is one, potentially the sixth in a line of extinction events. Because you know how, like, dinosaurs died out, different things that happen on our planet, like, were extinction events that wiped out a majority of life on planet. So the going question / theory is the Death Stranding an ongoing extinction event?
Oh. Yes. I would say so.
Oh? So you think we're all gonna die?
Yeah.
Wow. Alright. So, I feel like you're just, like,
talking about in the game or, like...
What? Yeah. What the fuck do you think I'm talking about?
Okay, I don't know.
The Death Stranding's not fucking real. Like, what are you talking? Like, what? Alright.
Or so you know. No kidding.
I regret. You know what? I hope it takes me out.
No, 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 no.
I regret asking these damn questions.
I mean,
I was gonna ask what you think about all this, but alright. She's lost in the sauce, folks.
oh god, oh god.
I'm just rested. She's like, I don't know what all these big fancy scientists are talking about, but...
Oh, oh.
It's not that bad, Sam. Come on. Get over yourself.
I just wanted to play in the snow. Are you about to...
Maybe.
Oh.
Oy vey.
Bless you. Booking it, booking
Sam,
it, booking
come on. What's happening to you? I've seen you climb worse.
He's like, can't do it, won't do it. Whoa.
His stamina almost gave out. Crazy.
Jeez, buddy.
Jeez. That's called...
On those core muscles.
Those core muscles you already have. Put on the oxygen mask for this one.
But I feel like, yeah, it is. It's just like...
Buddy! It's not that bad. Just climb!
You have to go around.
There you go.
Oh,
see?
Gee. Oh. Goodness
I'm trying to get to the damn zip line.
No,
it's like he forgot how to climb.
Control-Alt delete this skill. I won't need that anymore.
Dude, are you fucking with... Am I not supposed to climb this? This is ridiculous. Alright, I guess I won't.
Wall?
Fine, we won't. Come on then, Sam. Okay.
Oh, come on. Really?
Insane. Fucking crazy work.
Oh, jeez.
Incredibly stupid.
It's okay, baby. Oh, no.
Whatever, man. What? Wasn't there just a car here? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to drive. I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
This is bullshit.
Go right in the car, Lou. Don't even worry about it. Destroyed. Oh, the all-terrain skeleton's also, like, donezo. It's destroyed, but I'm still wearing it. That's interesting. Well, piss.
It's like you're still wearing it, but it's not helping. Dang.
Yeah, I hear you, Lou. I guess I thought the zipline was on that mountain, but it was a different one or something.
We're going on a car ride. Your favorite.
We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
Saving you, this guy.
That's not too bad. The zipline should be up there, though. See, I guess I'll go around then, I guess, but, like, I've climbed up worse rocks than that.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
No, we want you to go the long way around. You can't get through here.
Alright, I don't know if this will work, but I'll try.
Ooh.
We gotta get a zip line going that way, but I don't think there is one. I think there's one going over there, but I think I'm out of luck. Oh, it's nothing.
Oh, because it's like...
Great, okay. I'll stick to the car.
Poopy poopy.
Goo goo gaga, huh?
I like the zip line. Makes things so much easier. It's fun to go wee. Like, look at all those BTs we don't have to deal with. Because guess what? We're on a zip line, baby. Ooh-wee. Oh goodness.
Good enough. Alright. Well, I got a feeling there's going to be some BT territory up ahead, but whoa, you know what? No, there's a break in the snow here.
Yes!
If we can go around it to Hartman, that might work out. We'll see how long we can take this. We're in a level 3 long-range truck, so... Oh. And we're protected.
Against rocks?
Yeah. I mean, we're in a vehicle, so it's not going to do as much damage. I can navigate it pretty well, so...
Oh, jeez.
Gotta be careful. Yeah, see, we're covering ground.
Yeah.
Hey, some music.
Rolling over.
Keep rolling.
That's Limp Bizkit. That would totally throw off the groove of what's going on right here.
I don't know about
Imagine
that.
Limp Bizkit right here, right now.
It would fit. It would fit.
You think?
Yeah.
Keep rolling, rolling, rolling.
We're literally in a truck. What do you want?
Okay,
Like,
I mean, we are
Uh-oh.
literally rolling.
Now this might throw things off a little. Well,
Ooh.
bit of a detour. I don't know about this.
That's a steep drop. It's not too bad though. Sam. Is that you or is that actually
It's
him just
Sam.
doing it? Okay.
Well, you think I'm
I don't know, maybe.
Or get your ears
It's
checked.
too comical. There's no way he could just be doing that on his own.
I should have just kept going up.
Up?
Damn, went the wrong way. I thought it was gonna. I thought it was gonna rope back around. What jackass put a ramp here?
They want to see how sick, like, they could get sweet air.
Bro, turn. Jeez. All right, let's see if it works both ways. There we go.
Ah!
Physics. There she blows.
Oh jeez. Oh.
Herman, I'm coming in hot.
Cushion my fall. Oh.
Sorry about that ladder.
We're using
Whee! Made it. Yeah, see, that worked out all right.
Yeah.
And you were worried.
A little
as
bit.
As always. You have little
Oh,
faith.
like you weren't.
A doubting Thomas, if you will.
I'm not doubting Thomas.
Because she's always like, use your repair spray, she says.
Well, yeah, because you should. I'm sorry. I want straight S tier.
Well, we're not. We definitely don't have straight S tier.
Yeah, no, we have a C because of a
Just
robot.
you try better. How about that? How about that?
I couldn't.
I
Like,
got
you're
2 orders for 2. I still have that order from that first stop that we made. Held on to those paintings this whole time. Live fish and beach-related art.
Take it. Enjoy.
Take
Do
that.
you have wine? That sounds like it would all go together so well if you
Delivery
did.
complete. Displaying performance evaluation.
Oh. Give me a star. Give me a star.
A B. I did drop a bunch of it, to be fair.
Aww. We're not getting a good rep with HEARTMAN.
We're at 4 stars.
It's not good enough. I want a full 5. I want a star.
Baby over here. How about you do better?
I couldn't.
Cargo addressed to Porter awaiting collection.
Oh! Little crypto bio, little hang
Oh, it's so cute! Put it on, put it on, put it on, put it on, put it on.
I can't yet! I'm not in the restroom.
Damn it!
Oh my god.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
Let's check in with HEARTMAN.
Hey, yo. You said you have something for me?
You're coming or going, buddy.
Ooh. No. Not this time.
Thank you, Sam.
You're welcome.
In reclaiming our past, we've uncovered a number of vital clues. Don't worry, I just got back. We have time. When you met with Mama, you experienced a strong antigen-antibody reaction, correct?
There was a BT in the room.
There was, but something else may have been causing it.
Mm-hmm.
I've discovered large quantities of chiral matter in Mama as well. Not just the usual kind that collects on our skin or on our suits. It's in all her cells. Cells that are no longer active. The BT you encountered there was special.
Oh.
It was her child, but also her own soul. Somehow, her car and half failed to separate. they must have remained connected through the umbilical cord. It's the only explanation.
Is that why I didn't get a bruise where she touched me?
Yes, and there's more.
10 seconds to cardiac arrest.
Damn.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I modified the log times. Headquarters will have no record of what we say. Look.
Off the books.
A message from Dead Man. It came with the umbilical cord.
Sam, I'm sorry. You deserve to know what you were carrying. But I couldn't risk HEARTMAN finding out about the case. So I had no choice but to keep it off the books.
It's really weird that they're both trying to keep stuff from him.
We still don't know if the director can be trusted. The umbilical cord was taken from Bridget Strand. I removed it in secret. The cord wasn't attached to a fetus. It was outside her body. She asked me to take care of it. Said it was the key to unlocking the Death Stranding. But she insisted that I never tell the director. The cord shows no sign of decomposition or necrotization. Almost as if it's frozen in time. I thought HEARTMAN might be able to make sense of it. So I had it hidden with your cargo at Mountain Knot City.
Deadman's observations were accurate. It's just like Mama's corpse.
What do you mean?
I mean they share a very unique property. Both contain large amounts of chiralium in their cells. In other words, the president's cord was somehow connected to the beach, and that allowed it to escape the flow of time. I've put together the bones of a theory. It's patchy, but worth sharing, I think. Life on Earth has been rocked by many extinctions, great and small, including the Big Five. And if you examine the Earth's strata, its history, if you will, you'll find chiralium deposits that can be dated to each. What if the manifestation of beaches and other associated phenomena correspond to extinction-level events?
You mean?
Yes. Our Death Stranding could just be the latest of many. The records and research you helped us to recover strongly suggest that we are in the middle of the 6th extinction.
6th extinction? Come on.
You know what this is, yes?
Holy
frozen mammoth from 10,000
Manny!
years
ago. Correct. And this?
The Iceman from 5,300 years ago.
They both have the same umbilical cords.
Bullshit.
Whoa.
Humor me. What if the mammoth and the Iceman weren't frozen?
You're saying time stopped for them just like it did for Mama?
Unfortunately, all these specimens were lost in the Death Stranding, so there's no way to examine the genuine articles, but some fragments of data did survive. With the aid of the chiral network, we may be able to piece together something more concrete using Evo-Devo tech. All right, how's this? A dinosaur from 65.5 million years ago. Umbilical cord, not decomposed.
Only mammals have umbilical cords.
No. Only mammals have umbilical cords used for childbirth. This is something else. Call it a strand from the other side. I propose that mammalian umbilici are a sort of mimesis of the strand that then evolved over time. We shouldn't assume that everything about a Death Stranding is detrimental to life. Trilobites, ammonites, dinosaurs, the mammoth, the Iceman, all preserved as if frozen in time, all without exception found with strands, which is to say that all may have been connected to the beach. And this, when viewed in the context of the extinction entity, EE theory, leads me to surmise that organisms with strands are in fact extinction entities. You see, Sam, EEs are connected to the beach via their strands. And it is through this connection that they somehow bring about a death stranding.
So you're saying Bridget was an extinction entity?
It's far too soon to say anything for certain. And since you burned her body, we may never know.
Higgs said Amelie's an EE, that she doesn't have dooms like the rest of us.
Sam, think. Assume that President Strand was an EE. Isn't it possible that her daughter is too? At the very least, Higgs may hope as much now that the president is unavailable.
So he kidnaps her for EE powers or whatever to cause a mass extinction.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. I doubt a single EE is powerful enough to cause a death stranding, assuming Amelie is an EE.
Well, Higgs sure thinks she's got what it takes.
Indeed. And we need to get her back as soon as possible.
1 minute remaining. Please hold on to something secure.
Ah, this one is real. Sam, go west.
How do you want me to handle HEARTMAN?
With your customary reserve. Nothing good will come of him learning
Customer
of our
service.
suspicions. Whatever else is going on, we still need the chiral network.
Right.
Alright.
And
Activating lab security.
Pleasure as always, sir.
thank you.
5, 4, 3,
Oh, hourglass.
1.
It's gonna be me. Oh. Oh wait, what? Why did we random picture?
Because the theory, what they were just talking about, babe.
I mean, yeah.
So now the whole idea is, after this is all just a theory.
Mhm.
We don't know for sure or not, but it seems like the umbilical that they found that Bridget Strand had on her, the president that died,
Yeah.
was in the same state as Mama, and Mama had a very high chiralium density. And based on the history of what they were studying, they were saying, okay, well, these creatures of the past that had a similar, that weren't necessarily the typical mammal umbilical, but they were stranding umbilicals, would indicate that, with the theory, they are extinction entities that could bring about these extinction events, such as these death strandings. So the theory is, well, Higgs said that he took Amelie and kidnapped her because he wants to use her because she's powerful enough to bring about an extinction of humanity. So, with Higgs wanting Amelie for the reason that he claims, and with Hartman's theory saying, well, Amelie may in fact be not only either Bridget Stranding was or also her daughter, but maybe Amelie is an extinction entity.
Well, at least you know your limits, huh?
Sorry, I didn't stand up right away, Sam. Jesus.
Gotcha.
So we'll stop it here, I believe. I don't know if there's another order that'll get us going. There we go.
It's time, Sam. When you're ready, proceed to the shore of the tar belt and begin work on the chiral relay. Once it's ready, use the Cupid to bring it online.
Which should be the final stretch, I think.
Necessary materials are prepped for you. Supplies are limited, so handle them with care. You'll be carrying a lot, too.
Huh.
All things
Oh, of
considered,
course I
this
am.
might be one of your hardest runs to date.
Wonderful.
Is it?
Hartman knows
I had a
more about
bomb.
the site than I do, so he'll take it from here.
Hartman's dead right now.
It's about time for his wake-up call anyway.
Administering shock.
Ah.
Stand clear.
Right. About that way station. The site we have chosen was an original candidate for the way station we lost to the tar belt. Ironically, we suspended construction because we deemed it a little too unstable and not worth the risk. But this time, it's our best shot. So let's hope we weren't right to change horses in midstream. Fortunately for us, the foundation we laid down is still intact. All you have to do is transport the necessary materials to the site and finish the
I
job.
have a vehicle right
I'm
outside.
afraid it's the only way we can expand the network further west and rescue Harmony.
Sure.
We're counting on you, Sam.
Okay. Let's see how much we're dealing with here. One of your hardest runs to date, huh? Alright. 150, and it is pretty far. But we'll be on the grid for most of it until we're not. Potential chiral relay construction site. Sure. Let's see. I mean, I have a floating carrier in the vehicle just in case I need it, but I think we should be okay to make the trip, question mark? Although I'll put on a, I do need an all-terrain anyway, since we're traveling. Armor plating, maybe? I don't know. I think we're past the territory of the demons, but I'll do an all-terrain. Should still have power gloves. Could use a new pair, maybe. Oxygen mask we still have. Thermal pads. So, relay repair unit. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. Okay.
Oh.
Active skeleton. New gloves. I can at least get into the vehicle, I think. Yeah, I can. Don't worry about it, Sam. It's alright. So load up the vehicle and call it a night, I think.
Alright.
Whoa, I thought that was the door.
Just bust through the window.
And like I said, I do have a, whatchamacallit, I have a carrier in there, so if we have to abandon ship, then I at least have something that'll help us get the rest of the way there.
That's good. Good thinking.
Go. Okay, so in the next episode, which might be the last stream for Death Stranding, maybe, we're gonna make our big final trek down the mountain, which we've already been down. Although, yeah, I'll just make it down the mountain, keep heading southwest. As long as we get down to the river, follow the river, chiral relay at the edge of the tar lake, get that online, and then boom. So,
home free.
I think we're within relative spitting distance of the technical end game, considering the fact that we, like, getting all the grinding out of the way in episode 3, which was Fragile is hands down the longest chapter of the game. So I think that getting that out of the way, and then focusing on once we're in the mountains, we have all the tech we needed to get all that stuff online, then head down there. So yeah, I think we'll be good to like get to the end and finish it all.
Heck yeah.
So what do you think of that? That was basically the HEARTMAN episode. So how are we feeling? I will not end the stream until we get your thoughts and your headspace and your opinions in the matter. So.
It's a lot. I do like HEARTMAN. I really like this game. They took like, you think would be like a simple concept of like being a delivery boy, but it's just like throwing all this extra weird stuff, a little bit of spice of horror, and little BBs. It's just like the weird mind of Kojima. It's just like, oh, this is so cool. Like, oh, to even be like, how'd you even come up with this?
Bro's a mad genius for sure.
Yeah, it's just really cool, and I'm really excited to see where it goes, and then with 2, like, how's it gonna wrap up?
If it even wraps up, I don't know. I don't know if he's only planning on doing 2 games or if he wants to do more after that, but we'll see.
That's toasty.
Yeah, I'm excited. Almost a little sad, but also I'm like, at least 2 is right around the corner, so I won't be too sad.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, I don't want it to end.
We've been at this for many hours.
Yeah. Yeah, we have. But it's really cool. I like it. I get the hype.
Word. You heard it here first, folks. Alright, that was all for this. Didn't have many people tuning into this particular stream, but it'll make for a quick VOD, and this will be like the HEARTMAN VOD for sure. But yeah, if you're watching the VOD, thank you guys again so much for watching. I'm pretty sure, I mean, I could be wrong, but so I think both of us don't have any plans tomorrow night. So I think we should be able to have a nice, like, relatively, Thursday.
Oh, it's Friday, sorry.
Yeah, there's a thing on Friday, but I don't think there's anything tomorrow night.
I just gotta at least pack my car.
That's fine.
Other than that, I should be good.
Okay. So like I said.
I'm just saying.
So we should be able to knock out the rest of this in one more big boy I think. I mean, worst case scenario, we got 2 more to go, but I think that me having to start this in May was the move.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that we had plenty of time. So we'll still have plenty of time. Have a little break between this and Death Stranding dose, but this refreshes it in my mind. Keeps you in the know,
Yeah.
and then we can both go into 2 completely blind and see what that journey is going to be like.
I'm so excited.
I'm looking forward to it. For sure.
Oh.
So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next and potentially final episode of our playthrough of Death Stranding Director's Cut. We'll see you then. Have a good day, have a good night, and say goodbye to the people. What's your final words of wisdom, your final sign-off? No pressure.
If you get offered a bomb delivery, don't accept it. Pull a Karen and make someone else do it.
But what if the guy comes out and he's like, hey, the systems weren't working. This is for fragile.
Oh, does this number?
Yeah. And
I have a package for you.
Be careful.
Don't take it.
It is.
Don't take it.
Fragile. And then just like.
If they don't look in the eye.
Oh, we do have another pizza delivery we should make, by the way. I forgot about Peter Angler.
Don't take it. No.
I'm gonna take the pizza.
How can you?
How can you sit there and eat pizza?
At a time like this.
I
With all
completely
those
forgot about that.
strandings.
I don't know if we have time to. I mean, we might have time to make the pizza delivery. Maybe I should have thought about that earlier. But
All the deliveries, you're like, but pizza.
But pizza.
We gotta make the pizza deliveries.
All right. See you in the next one.
Yes.
Have a good day. Have a good night. Goodbye.
Goodbye, travelers.